Hi, Sheldon. Thanks for your time today. Just wondering if you could talk about, Morgan and shots getting through from the point. It's not an easy deal, even though it looks like those shots just flutter in. It takes a lot of work. Can you talk about perhaps the evolution of that with the team and how important it's been to your success so far?
Well, obviously, you get to this time of the year, especially a team like Tampa that defends the way that they do. It's a lot harder to get to the net. Getting clear shots, free shots are a lot more hard to come by, and the ability to get pucks to the net from distance becomes that much more important. Obviously, you want them to go in, but if they don't, you're hoping that there's going to be a spray, there's going to be a rebound opportunity, and then you can get greater to look from there. Specific to Morgan, he's a guy that's worked really hard on his ability to get pucks to the net. Obviously, he's an integral piece of our power play, and that's a priority for us to have him getting pucks to the net. But like I say, it's important this time of the year, and our forwards have done a nice job of being in that space to either provide traffic or deflections or whatever it might be. Tampa makes it difficult with the way they block shots and their willingness to do so, but we've found ways to get some through there.
Next up, we'll go to Mark Masters, TSN. Go ahead, Mark.
Sheldon, what stood out to you about Austin's game last night and the role he played in the comeback?
Well, obviously, when you need goals the most, he stepped up. At a time, the game is clearly in the balance, but the finish on a great passing play with Nylander Marner there to get us started, and then just an unbelievable tip out of the air to close out our power play there and bring us within one. I mean, that obviously gave a shock to the system a little bit for our group to say that there's lots of reason to continue to work and go here. So that's the type of game-breaking ability that he has and game-changing ability, and certainly did that for us last night.
Next up, we'll go to Terry Koshe, Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Terry.
Hi, Sheldon. Good morning. Just your options now for Game 5 with Bunting eligible to return. What are your thoughts on that, and how difficult, if at all, has Matthew Knies made your lineup decision for Thursday night?
Well, I mean, Matthew Knies is certainly not coming out of the lineup. He's done a terrific job for us, so he's a guy that's definitely earned his spot and the opportunity to continue to play for us there. So, it's with Bunting being available, obviously it's a very good option for us. He's a good player for us. It's not as easy or as simple as a decision as it may have been earlier in the series or at a different time. So we'll take our time here and sort through it. We've got a group of guys that have played real hard, but we've got some time here now today and tomorrow to sort through that and make that decision.
Next up, we'll go to Dave McCarthy with NHL.com. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, good morning, Sheldon. Just further to Mark's question at the beginning, Derek Lalonde said on the broadcast yesterday that when he was in Tampa a few years ago, that they actually did a study and determined that Andre was one of the poorer goalies at tracking shots from the point, and that they actually amended their defensive structure to guard against that. How much have you guys been aware coming into this series about Andre's lack of proficiency from tracking pucks at the point, and has that been a part of your approach to try to get as many shots of that nature toward him?
Yeah, well, I mean, nowadays you can just click a few buttons and determine the results of such a thing. So, of course, we have that type of information available to us, and you look at that. But, I mean, despite that, it's a world-class goalie, and that's the reality of it. But certainly for us, the more we can get to the net, makes it hard on anybody. There's not many goalies in the league that really excel with traffic and pucks coming through with bodies and deflections. It's a really difficult thing. And it's just the reality of the time of the year. If you want to generate offense, so when there's not a lot happening, you got to be able to get some of those pucks through there. You get two teams that are defending real hard. Both teams haven't given up much. Even when either team is carrying play significantly, there hasn't been an abundance of scoring chances going either way. So that's just part of it.
We'll take two more here. We'll go to Lance Hornby, Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Lance.
Hi, Sheldon. In looking overall at the last two games there and the overtime wins and the comeback, how much of the psychology boost is you? How much is it your veteran players? And how much is it, a kid like Matt Nyes who seemed to rise to the occasion himself?
Look at it. I mean, first of all, the excitement of playing the playoff hockey and everything that comes with it brings out the best in competitors, and that's what we want to be, guys that rise up to those challenges and those occasions. I think all throughout our lineup, we've had some real good moments from a lot of different people and with various status on our team. Whether when you talk about O'Reilly's clutch goal that ties the game in Game 3, and you come to expect that for a player like him that has produced so much in the playoffs, but we already talked about Austin Matthews scoring 2 goals to bring us within one in the third period the other night. Mitch Marner, I thought, really took charge in different moments in the third period and overtime yesterday to really, kind of give us life and get us going in a really difficult time. Obviously, Kerfoot with his overtime winning goal, Morgan Riley, all the way through, Ilya Samsonov, the saves and the competitiveness that he's brought in the net for us. So all through the lineup, it's been really nice to see. I mean, Nola Chari scores a goal in each of the 2 road games here in Tampa. So there's lots of good stuff happening there. And even the guys that aren't showing up on the scoreboard, there's good things happening with their shifts, and there's not many easy shifts and not much easy ice available out there right now, and everybody's competing hard and pushing through all that.
And the last one here, we'll go to Sean Fitzgerald with The Athletic. Go ahead, Sean.
Hey, Sheldon, your group stands on the precipice of doing something this franchise hasn't accomplished since 2004. With all the emotion that we've seen already in the series, including certainly what happened last night, what might your message be to your group over the next couple of days to make sure that they're sort of either focused or ready to try and close it out?
Well, I think first of all, it is nice that we've got a couple of days here. You get off at the high and all the emotions that go from last night's game here this morning. It was pretty calm and quiet at breakfast, and we'll travel home today. We'll get a practice day tomorrow. And really, for me, it's just going to be about the focus that we've got to prepare to win one hockey game, one very challenging hockey game. And that's really it. Anything else outside of our preparation and then our execution when game time comes is a distraction. And it's on me as the coach and our players individually to eliminate as many distractions as possible and keep the focus where it needs to be.